We want to welcome you to our Week of the Young Child program. Today is all about celebrating our amazing children, their creativity, their joy, and all the wonderful things and ways they learn every day. We are so excited to have our students, staff, and families here to share this special moment together. If I could please have the Wheatley students come for our daily affirmation and the pledge. Just one moment. Can we have everybody please stand for the pledge? You may be seated.
Good morning, boys and girls. One more time. Good morning, boys and girls. Great job. If you could hear my voice clap once, you can hear my voice clap twice. Hands in your lap. All eyes on me. I love the way that works. But we want to welcome each and every one of you to our Week of the Young Child celebration. We want to welcome our parents who are watching virtually. On behalf of our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mark Portery, our Board of Trustees, and all of our executive team members, we are excited to be here to celebrate Week of the Young Child. Can you say Week of the Young Child? This week is very important because we get to celebrate and recognize all of the work and all of the efforts that goes into preparing our children for kindergarten and beyond, and to make sure that each and every one of you have a love for learning. How many of you love school? I didn't see all hands go up. One more time. How many of you love school? All right. So today we have some classes who are going to come here, and they are going to share and perform for you. So I want you to give them your undivided attention. Do you promise? Okay. So I think I'm going to turn it back over to Ms. Castro. Again, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's program.
All right, we would like to welcome our Tiny Titans cheerleaders. Can we make some noise? Let's make some noise for the Tiny Titans cheerleaders. Great job, ladies. Let's give them another round of applause to these ladies. They did a wonderful job. Up next, we have a performance by Miss J and Cheerleader's class as they perform an energetic song, Baby Shark. When I say baby, you say shark. Baby? Baby? All right, let's welcome them to the stage. job. That was a great job for you guys. Next, we want to welcome Miss Oye and Miss Fleming's class as they present the ABC Alpharati song.
We're at a construction site. Are you ready to dance like some big machines? Oh, and make sure you stick around to the end, because we're going to play a special dirt scooping game. Let's go. Start with the bulldozer. stand tough. Just pushing around all the rocks and stuff. A dump truck is next with a heavy load. Lean back, drop it off, get back on the road. I'm already getting sweaty. The machine talk, getting stronger. Working faster, working longer. Oh, I love to hear those engines thunder. Digging in the dirt, digging in the dirt. Digging in the dirt, digging in the dirt. We're moving the earth, moving the earth. It's hard work, hard work, hard work. Digging in the dirt.
My name is Angie. I'm going to break down the word dog. The make dog. My name is Chloe, and I'm gonna break down the word pop. Pop. Makes pop. My name is Rihanna. I'm gonna break down the word cat. Cat makes cat. Here it comes!
That was fantastic, boys and girls. Let's show them some more love. Wasn't that wonderful? Up next, we would like to take this moment to celebrate some of our outstanding students. Reading is such an important part of learning, and we are so proud of our young readers. At this time, I'm going to ask Miss Allen to come up here as she recognizes some of our top readers.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we are celebrating something very special. Our students leaping into 1,000 books before kindergarten. behind this initiative is simple but powerful. When children are exposed to books, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, pat your head. If you're happy and you know it, pat your head. All right, I need all my friends to place their hands in their lap and turn on your listening ears. Thank you. All right. The reason behind this initiative is simple but powerful. When children are exposed to books early, it builds strong language, imagination, and a love for learning. That sets the foundation in school for success. Today, we are acknowledging our classes who have achieved the goal and beyond with reading 1,000 books before kindergarten. Some of the initiatives and incentives that these students will receive will be a certificate, a bookmark, wristband, books, reading buddies. They'll get to make pizza with their class, s'mores, and more. At this time, we're going to have Miss Griffith and Miss Castillo's class. It's not, okay. At this time, we're going to recognize Miss Griffith and Miss Castillo's class. Their class have reached the goal and beyond with 1,961 books read. Let's give it up for their class. And we want to thank Miss Griffith, who isn't here today, for encouraging her students and her parents to achieve this goal. We're going to give them a few moments so they can come up and get their medals. All right, let's give it up for Miss Griffith and Miss Castillo's class. All right, thank you. All right. Now we're going to acknowledge our winners from last year. They have achieved this goal and beyond. And some of these students are in the same class that they were in last year, and they won this award as well. Let's give it up for Miss Vance and Miss Gonzalez's class. They have read 6,156 books as a class. We want to thank Ms. Gonzalez and Ms. Vance for encouraging their parents and their students so that they're able to achieve the goal for 2 years in a row. Great job. All right, let's give it up for Miss Vance and Miss Gonzalez's class one last time. And I am working on a special treat for these classes, so coming soon. Thank you.
When I say readers, you say rock. Readers? Readers? Let's give them another applause for a wonderful job that they have done. Next, we have a very special performance by Miss Simmons and Miss Shedd's class, and they're going to be performing The Ants Go Marching On. What an amazing performance. Thank you for that, students. Now we get ready to build some learning fun. We welcome Ms. Morales and Ms. Haas class as they present ABC Construction Song.
name is Maria Lacena. My name starts with the letter M.
Hi, my name is Harrison. My name starts with H.
Hi everybody, my name is Ita. My name is with the letter E. Hi everybody, my name is Rosarai. My name starts with the letter R. Hello everybody, my name is Emily. My name starts with E. My name is Ivana. My name starts with the letter I. Hi everybody, my name is Andrew. My name is starts with the letter A. Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan. My name starts with the letter K. All class after me, let's sing.
Hi, builders! Welcome to the construction site. Grab your tools and let's get to work. B. Bulldozer. B. C. Crane. C. D. Dump truck. D. E. Excavator. E. Forklift. G. Gloves. G. H. Hammer. H. I. E. Inspector. I. J. Jackhammer. J. K. L. Ladder. L.
Thank you for that amazing performance. All of our students are doing an incredible job. Up next, get ready for a classic story that will be brought to life. Please welcome Miss Cornell and Miss Gallantine's class as they perform The Three Little Pigs.
Welcome to Miss Cornell's class, and we're going to be doing a skit called
The Three Little Pigs. Sit back and enjoy.
Sit Back and Enjoy. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs.
And then the first little pig.
My name is Miss Cornell, and I am your narrator.
And my name is Jaya, and I'm your narrator.
Once upon a time, there were three little pigs.
Then the first little pig built her house out of straws. The second little pig built her house out of sticks. And the third little pig built her house out of bricks.
Why did they build their houses?
Because they needed a house.
Oh, they needed a house. Okay. So, what happened next?
And then the big bad wolf come along.
Well, the big bad wolf didn't come along just yet. They were building their houses, and their big sister warned them. But they didn't want to build their houses nice and strong. All they wanted to do was dance and play. So they sang. Well, the three little pigs So then she told them they had to build their houses nice and strong, but they wasn't afraid of the big bad wolf. So they sang. Then the big bad wolf comes along to the first pig's house. And he knocks on the door and he said,
Little pigs, let me in. Not by your hair and my chin. I'll blow your house down.
well, he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. Then he followed her to the second pig's house and he knocked on the door and he said,
Little pigs, let me in. Not by your hair and my chin. I'll blow your house down.
well, he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. Then he followed them to the other pig's house, whose house was made of brick. He knocked on the door and he said,
Little pigs, let me in. I'll blow your house down.
he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed, but he didn't blow the house down. Well, he had a very smart idea. He decided he would go through the chimney. So he decided to climb up the chimney, but the pigs were very smart, and they had a big black pot of boiling water. So he climbed in, and he fell in the water, and he said, and he ran, and he said he'll never ever come back to the pig's house again. So the pigs were safe, and they were happy. And they said they were not afraid of the big bad wolf. And they sang their song.
The big bad wolf, the big bad wolf, the big bad wolf. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Like me.
The end.
That was amazing. Thank you for that story, for bringing it to life. Up next, we have a group that is reminding us all of something very important, loving who we are. We have Ms. LaStrap and Ms. Pleasant's class singing, I Love Who I Am.
Somebody say, I love who I am. I love who I am. Well, we want to give it up for our Week of the Young Child Committee. They have done a phenomenal job this week in helping us celebrate a little early the Week of the Young Child. Give it up for them one more time. To Miss J and Miss Trailer with Baby Shark, Miss Oye and Miss Flemings with the alphabet song. Also, Miss Shed and Miss Simmons with Ants Go Marching. Miss Morales and Miss Sejas class with ABC Construction. And the Three Little Pigs, dramatized by Miss Cornell and Miss Galantine's class. Great job. Also, Miss Lestrap and Miss Pleasance with I Love Who I Am. And give a big shout out to our classes that read over 1,000 books. Somebody say, it is possible. Say, next time, it's gonna be me. I promise. All right. So shout out to all of the committee. Done a phenomenal job this week. To Miss Allen, our instructional coach, who is always behind the scenes making sure everything continues to move forward. To our technology team, who is here with us today. And to our own tech guy, Coach Riley. Give it up for him. He's behind the scenes making sure everything flows as it should. So before we close, to those of you who are watching online, our registration season has opened in Port Arthur ISD for the 26-27 school year. Boys and girls, if you could hear my voice clap once, hear my voice clap twice. All eyes on me. Listening ears on. Very good. So to all of our parents who are watching, it is registration time for the 26-27 school year, and we want every single one of you to return to Port Arthur ISD, and registration helps us to prepare for the new school year. So we're asking all parents to please register your children. There is a registration fest that's happening at the Central Mall this Saturday, April the 11th. That's tomorrow. So if you are in Port Arthur ISD and returning, please register your child now. For our Head Start families, our 3-year-olds rollover applications have already been sent out, so please make sure you get those back. And in order to attend and participate in our end of the year educational tours, you must be registered. Your little blessing will be here with me if we don't get a registration before educational tours take place at the end of the month and the beginning of May. So check with your child's teacher, check with your family service worker so that you can be registered for the 26-27 school year. All right, this is going to conclude our program for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you check Class Dojo for all announcements. And once again, to the Week of the Young Child Committee, you guys have put in the work. So please take the next 2 days off, get you some rest, and we'll see you back on Monday. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. This is going to end our program for today.